This is part 2 of boom gallows, and as you can see here, I have all 4 boards finally clamped together. I did the first 2, and then the third one, and then finally the 4th one. So now I'm about to remove the clamps. I talked about the strong back, I talked about the wax paper. So let's start unclamping them, and you'll see what happens. There may be a little spring back. We'll find out what's going on, how much spring back I have. So these are Harbor Freight clamps. The black ones are Harbor Freight clamps. I picked those up to do this job, and they work quite well. So let's see what we have here now. And I'll really know how much spring back we have once I take the center clamp off. I had some spring back a little bit when I first did the first 2, and then when I did the next one I had less, and then when I did the 4th one, which is now, we'll see how much spring back I get. Each time I did it I had a little less. So this is the real test now. Let's see what I get. I'm getting a little spring back. Let's see how much it is. I would probably say, let's see if I have a ruler handy to how much spring back I have. But I had a range between 4 and 4.5 inches of curvature, and I get spring back is about, looks like about a 1/4 inch spring back, which is very good. I expected a little bit more. So let's get the wax paper peeled away, and we'll see what we have here. Now you see why you want the wax paper, because what it does for you is that it doesn't stick to anything, the wood bench or anything else, and the epoxy doesn't stick to the wax paper. I've been using wax paper a long time when I work with epoxy or polyester resin. It releases. It's kind of like a releasing agent since it's waxed. Okay, so there's the wax paper off. Okay, so here we have it. It's you can see the boom gallows. It's really quite nice. What I'm going to do at this point in time is I'm going to run it through the planer, surface planer. This side here you can see I have a lot of epoxy on it. So what I'm probably going to do is probably run through this side first to get this epoxy off. It's pretty hard, and then once I get one side trued, then I'll run it through the other side. I'm not sure which side I'm going to run through first, but it's wider than it needs to be, so it doesn't make any difference. I think I needed slightly less than 2 inches in width, the finished piece, and I have 2 3/4, so I have enough extra material so I can plane it and get it exactly what I want it to. But you can see it's quite strong. What I'll do now is, let me turn it so you can see it better. What I'll do at this point in time, once I'm finished running it through the planer, is take the belt sander and center, probably about here, in the same distance on there. I was going to do 5, but I think I'm probably going to do 3. Center and out here on each end, and maybe about 18 inches from the end. And take the belt sander and form a kind of a dished out area, so when the boom comes in and finally comes down on it, it kind of locks itself in there and doesn't jump around. If you don't have anything there, it's going to slide on it. So you certainly want one in the center, so when you draw it down with the main sheet it stays. And also you want one here on this side, and the reason why is you want sometimes the boom will offset. If you don't have a bimini, you don't want to hit your head. That's why you offset it when you come up out of the compartment way. And also for furling the sail and putting the sail cover on, it's easier to offset it if you do have a bimini, because it puts the boom by the catwalks and you could reach it easier. So that's it now. I'm going to make another video, and that's going to be after it's planed down and finally finished and varnished, and you'll be able to see the finished product with the boom gallows. So that should do it for this video, and you'll see it on the next one.